everyone. We're really glad to be with you on this Wednesday afternoon.
In Ephesians 2:10, it is said to those Christians in that town, "You are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works." The word translated workmanship in my translation is actually the Greek word poema, from which we get the word poem. It's saying that we're God's work of art, and we're God's work of art to do God's work with God. Kofi Annan was the Secretary General of the United Nations for 10 years. He worked for the United Nations for 3.5 decades. He had a share of criticism, but he was often celebrated for being very personally compassionate and kind and caring, and yet combining that attitude with the world global perspective for the good treatment of everyone. He tells of a formative experience that happened to him when he was a 17-year-old schoolboy in Ghana. The headmaster came in and put up this big white sheet of paper with a black dot in one corner, and the headmaster asked the students, "Boys, what do you see?" And they all said in unison, practically, "A black dot." And he said, "And you all missed a vast expanse of open paper for you to contribute and to be creative and to make things better than you found it. I hope you don't go through life with that attitude." So God gives us the ability to work, to add value to the world in which he places us.
And so we're placed in the world, and we have our own little spot and our own little bubble in which we live. So we're kind of like that little black spot on this white big surface. But then if we take and think about that white surface being the world and how we fit in, and we have our little COVID situation wherever we are and what we're dealing with, but then there's a whole world that's dealing with it as well. And as I put my mask on today, I was reminded that this came from southern part of Mexico. And so some ladies that made it down there, handmade it, were making it as they were facing the COVID crisis, just as we are here. And I love putting it on because it reminds me that I'm connected with someone beyond Long Beach, beyond my bubble. And Rob's mask here, the proceeds of that go to help New York hospitals and healthcare. And it was designed by a child. And so we just wear these as to protect ourselves here and to protect others that we're with, but a reminder that there's a big white space on that board that we're trying to be a part of and not forget. So remember, you're just not a little dot, but you're part of something bigger. And may God help you have eyes to see. Embrace that difference and be aware that you might be alert to what's happening there. And we will see you on Friday. Goodbye.
God bless you.